Hello Soloists, welcome to a gameplay of Planet Apocalypse. Looking forward to showing this one off to you guys. Look, for this type of game, as I said in my setup video, that it takes up the table a fair bit here. So I'm thinking that I might have to zoom in on certain sections as the gameplay goes on. I think they'll be better for you guys, the viewers. I just want to give an overhead shot of the game at the moment with most of the components there as I can fit. Just to show that generally what the winning and losing condition is. We lose, the heroes which are at the moment down at the start section, near some city, some town. We lose when the Lord advances one by one and until he gets to the start section. If that occurs, end of the game, we lose. If we accumulate 13 doom, and again, accumulate doom by minions escaping, each minion's worth 1 doom. And a fourth circle demon is worth 4 doom. There's also other effects that affect dooms, like little gifts that you can get a doom to do something else. Once you hit 13 doom, you lose, or the party loses. To win, we get to the Lord as he's coming down the track, we meet him, we defeat him in hell time, and the players win the scenario. What I might show you next is I might zoom in on the boards again, just to explain a bit of an overview of the heroes. I also might show you the gift panel, which I've now filled out over there. Just to go a bit of an overview, then we'll get through a first turn here of Planet Apocalypse. Okay, what I'm showing off here is my shuffled up gift board. You'll notice that there is 10 gifts here available. They get recycled each time the Lord moves, I believe. So this is the starting gift panel. You'll notice that there are some that are the same. I am using, as I said in the setup, that the core box components only, besides the cardboard things that I got with the stretch goals from the Kickstarter of this game. You'll notice with these things that these, some of them have extra cost. So you need, for the silver bullet, you need to pay an extra 2 courage on top of what it costs on your board to get. Of course, there's the ability above it, written nice and neat there. Okay, I'm heading over to the player boards now. Here's John Dark with 3 toughness. He starts with rolling a d4, which is the lowest die in this game, and that's what he uses to attack with. Starts on 4 health. I'm on cap here on full health when you start the game. Just want to show you again the abilities that he can get. So when you get a gift, you can place it on top of either of these 2 starts. So once I place an ability here, that costs 4 to get the gift and put on top of it, I get Dark Exchange ability unlocked. Which says, as a hero action, kill a 2nd or 3rd circle demon in your area, then increase the despair track by 2 or 3 respectively. So another way to increase doom quicker, in a way. The ability that he comes with, so his pro, is that when you kill a minion, you can gain 1 health instead of 1 courage. So that could be pretty handy if I'm a bit low on health. And Hellbound is his weakness. The lowest circle of minions in an area always targets John Dark when he is present. So, lowest circle of minions, I believe that includes the lava. So if there's lava in there, they must attack John Dark. We can't choose, or the captain can't choose. He starts with 3 luck and no courage with this region. I'm playing the basic region here. And John Dark as well, I'm going to make him start as the captain for the game. Captain gets passed on each round to your left. And now let's meet the next left character. The next left character is Noemi Joslin. Has a health of 6, starting health. We can look at the abilities here for her in a moment. Starts with 2 toughness, so the minions need to roll 3 or more to hurt Noemi. And starts with a 1d6, slightly better than John Dark. Her pro can move one area as a team action. You cannot use Nimble to enter the Lord's shadow. So, in the team action phase, which is the first phase of the game, Noemi can move 1 spot. Her weakness is consumed by vengeance. You cannot use first aid on yourself. So during the team action phase, I can only first aid others. Someone else will have to first aid me if I'm in trouble. Start with 4 luck, which is quite good. And some abilities here that you can read. We have to start the top here though, which is raise 1 die token in your attack box by a step, which is pretty handy straight away if we can get something on that. Make Noemi a bit more of an attacking type character. And I'm going to move on to the final left character. And the final left character is Terang. Starts off with health of 6, toughness of 2, 1d6, very similar to Noemi so far. The abilities here, you get 1 extra attack boost when at least 1 other hero helps you, which is quite handy. So when you attack, someone can pay a courage to go, hey, here's some help here. You can boost your die up to, for example, with a 1d6, can go up to 1d8. If I get 1 extra attack boost, I can go up to a 1d10 in that case. I'm not sure, better look this up, but I'm not sure if that can be applied to get a 1d4 here. It might be. I better check that. Weakness for cowardice. You cannot enter an area containing a 3rd or 4th circle demon unless another hero is in that area. So if there's a revealed 3rd or 4th circle demon, I can't move into there unless another hero is with me. Starts with 3 luck, and I think we're going to need it in this game. Alrighty, we might move on now to the Legion that I'll choose to start the game. Alrighty, we start with 4 Legion cards in this core box game. I've already just chosen one, well, randomly selected one, without looking. We've got Phlegethon, Hellfire, hero injured by demons is set on fire. So we got fire tokens that represent that if at the start of a turn, if you have a fire token, you take a damage straight away. Not good at all. Let's try not to get injured. Alrighty, so we selected our Legion. Goes on to the despair track to remind us. This is our main game board of the, I guess, the overarching game board of this Planet Apocalypse. Tracks your doom, so we start on 0 doom. The Lord track starts on 1. Despair track starts on 1. So at the end of each round, we move the despair track up by the amount of characters we're playing with. We're playing with 3, so I'll be finishing on 4 at the end of the round. Once you get back to 1, you move the Lord track up 1. Okay. And numerous nasty things happen when that occurs. We'll run through that when we get to that situation. We start with 4 courage in the pool. Courage is used to buy gifts and help other people attack. And here's our despair dice for when we get into a demon area with invasion token, one like this. We roll to see what demons appear. Alrighty, let's start our first turn. Okay, to start the game of Planet Apocalypse, we choose a captain or a new captain moves. So, to start the game, we chose John Dark to be the captain, so in future rounds we'll move to the left. New heroes would spawn if there were eliminations from the game. So what we can do on team phase, we can recruit, which I'm about to do, if you're in the start area only, which all the characters are down this bottom corner here. We could give each other first aid, pay a courage if there is enemies present. Well, at the start of the game, no one is hurt. We can buy gifts. We've got 4 courage in the pool. We may be able to afford one. We'll have a look. And renew if we want to get some extra luck. Now, in the first round of the game, recruiting is probably the only thing we can do. Earning a gift, perhaps, depending what we want to get. To recruit. So to recruit, we roll a d4 per character. So I'm going to roll 3 in a row here. And we choose from our list here what we want. These are like little helpers, little buddies, allies. They come along the way and go, hey, we don't mind dying from demons. We'll take up all the punishment for you. We'll try and do some hits for you. Look, you can buy them. They can come with you. And you can also set them in certain areas to attack incoming demons. We don't have any at the moment, so let's get some. So let's say John Dark rolls first. And he gets a 1. So it reminds me. We all roll at the same time, essentially. So I'm just doing it now. Naomi's next. She also gets a 1. Not necessarily a bad thing. And here comes Terang. He gets a 2. Okay. So with the 2 1s, I'm thinking we'll get a volunteer each. So 1 volunteer for John Dark, 1 volunteer for Noemi. And hey, Terang saw that happening and goes, look, there's 2. I could get a citizen militia, but let's get 2 more volunteers. Because I'm thinking we might place them all in the first area. So we've got 4 volunteers that we're planning to put in the ambush area. Now, these 2 will go with Terang's card. 1 each for Naomi's and John Dark's card. If we look at these patrol cards a bit more, so these volunteers cost 1. And, sorry, the cost is the red down bottom. And the health they have is 1. That means they can absorb 1 damage while we have them. So if we're taking damage, we can use a volunteer to absorb a damage for us. Anything left over goes to the character, to our player character. Or if we put them down as an ambush, it says down the bottom here what they can roll as an attack when the minions come into their area. So if we put the volunteers in the first area right here, they would roll 4d10 to try and take out some of these minions. So we've recruited, we've got 4 volunteers amongst us. We're up to the stage now where it is the hero phase. So I recruited. So we recruited the team action phase. Didn't need to first aid anyone, everyone's full. We could earn a gift. Okay, so I'm thinking here, we've got 4 in the courage pool. Courage pool means anyone can spend it. You can also gain courage on your character card, which is your own courage. But the courage pool means you can essentially, any character can essentially use this to buy gifts. And I'm thinking there's a couple of abilities I can get for 4. I'm thinking Noemi here. If I buy 4 from the pool, I can raise 1 die token in my attack box by a step, meaning this can be a 1d8. I'm thinking I might do that. So I'm going to grab a gift to do that for her. And I'm going to grab Lieutenant. Lieutenant, an ambush in your area adds 1d6 to its total. 2 lieutenant gifts in the same area do not combine. And I'm thinking, because of Noemi can move 1 area in a team action, which I'm about to do, this could be pretty handy if she can move into an ambush, things like that. She can move a bit easier to finish in ambushes to help add. And that gift just goes right on top of the start bit. I automatically get this. This is like a one-off ability. So I get to raise my die to a 1d8. And this lieutenant will go right there. So Noemi is starting to buff up already. The gift that I just purchased will leave a gap. Like so. So I took it out of here. This is what I've got left until it gets refreshed when the Lord moves. Another thing I'd like to do is part of the team action, I can move 1 area with Noemi as part of her nimble ability. If you move 1 area as a team action, I'm still in the team phase, I'm going to do that. And if you do that, it reveals our first invasion token. Steps for that: remove the invasion token. Grab your despair dice and you roll to see what will be placed. Okay, as you can see, I've got 2 greys, which are actually called first circles. Look for the dots, okay, and you match them. I've got a 3rd circle one here, but there's no matching pair, and same as the 2nd circle. And you start with 4 of these dice, no matter how many characters you got. Once the despair track goes around 1 full time, you add another dice to the pool. So we put in 1 first circle, and we also get to put in a lava. Lava always accompanies every minion. So Grillis and lava is coming at us right now. And that's the end of the team phase. Now we're up to hero phase. Okay, in the hero phase here, you go captain first, then left around the table essentially. So I said that John Dark was my captain, Noemi is the first left, Terang is the second left. I'm looking at the table at the moment, and I'm thinking, since Noemi has that special ambush ability, she would need to stay somewhere where I put the ambush. Now, I'm thinking this wasn't too bad of a roll, just 2 demons here. And since Noemi rolls a d8, I'm wondering whether she attacks here first, goes there and sets the ambush, makes it more of a forward ambush. Something I need to think about here. I think I might do that. You can always, when you move, if you're moving with a character, you have to move in 1 direction. Okay, you can move up to 2 areas. So my John Dark character here could go 1, 2, but he can't go 1 forward, 1 back. Obviously, you can only recruit at the start area, so after this turn, it might be hard to be in the start area. Noemi could go back, but I want to drop off her ambush, and I want to drop it off in this area here. I think that's what I want to do, since I've got 4 of them. And this wasn't too bad. We can come back. These guys at the end will move 1 forward. We can come back and have a go at them. So I'm thinking with John Dark, let's move him. Let's do it. Could be a dumb move, but, you know, you guys will tell me later. 1, 2. Sits in here. reveal invasion token. We still got our 4 despair dice. We roll these. Okay, wow. So we've got 2 first circles, and that means 2 lava will come with them. 2 grilli, 2 larvae. Okay. So that was his moves done. He can now attack or set ambush. I'd prefer to attack first. John Dark rolls a d4. Now, what can that d4 really do? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the demon tray here. So a lava has 1 toughness. That means I have to roll a 2 or higher to destroy a lava, unless Hades is our legion. But my legion is the Phlegathon, which means if a hero gets injured by a demon, it's set on fire, which I almost half forgot too. But, you know, I'm being aggressive in this game. Grilluses have a toughness of 3, and they roll a d10 at you. So I need to roll a 4 to be able to take out a Grillus here, or a 2 up to get a lava. Now, I could, if I did have a hero with me, I could ask for help to put my 1d4 to a 1d6. That doesn't occur though, because I have no hero here, and also I'm out of courage at the moment. I just spent 4 courage on a gift. Let's give John Dark some luck here. Let's roll 1d4. Let's see if we can take out something here. Rolled a 3. So 3s are not good enough to kill a Grillus. I need a 4 or at least to kill a Grillus because it's got a toughness of 3. So at the moment I can take out a lava. When I take out a lava, now with John Dark, he can gain a health if you need to, but it doesn't need to at the moment. But you gain a courage when you take out a minion. I don't have these abilities unlocked yet, which would be very handy right now to try and help out. Forfeit Soul would be good because I've got a bit more dudes in the map here, but that's okay. Let's take out a larvae, and I don't need any more health. I'll gain a courage. 1 courage for John Dark, and put it on his player board. Last step of it, I'll set an ambush. He has 2 volunteers. These volunteers will want to sit here. They will take out the incoming bad guys. So I'm going to set them, face them this way. And I've got 2 there at the moment, which would roll 1d6. The other thing that these guys could do, if I do get in trouble here, they can absorb some hits from these bad guys in a moment. Next person to move is Noemi. Now, I have an option here. Do I want to attack here first? I don't think I do, because I think after this, we'll move back to the start next turn to do a recruit. We won't be able to first aid if these guys are there unless we spend a courage. But I think we might leave these guys sitting here, having some fun, dance around. I need some help here to take out these grilli and the lava. So I'm going to move Noemi forward 1. Remember, the move before was part of her special ability. That's her move. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to dump off, because remember you can do this in any order. May as well do it now. Dump off my volunteer to make it 3 volunteers there. And I'm going to have a go at someone. I'll roll a 1d8. This purple die here. I've got the alternate dice, by the way, as well. Nicely coloured. And hopefully I can take out a Grillus. 6. Fantastic. That's Grillus going down. Take out a Grillus, I get a courage for doing so. So it doesn't matter what level circle you take out, for the minions anyway. If you take out a 0, 1, 2, or 3 level minion, circle minion, sorry, you'll get a courage. If you take out a 4th circle, there's 4 courage up for grabs. That was brilliant. I needed to do that. Now, next movement is Terang. Now, Terang's weakness, as I said, he can't enter areas with 3rd or 4th circle demons, but these guys are 0 and 1st, so he has the confidence to do this. He's going to move 2, drop off his 4th volunteer, and this is the maximum amount I believe you can have in an area is 4. And he is going to attack with his 1d6. and hopefully get rid of a Grill Eye. Rolls a 4. I'm clearly going to get rid of that Grillis with that one. So I've got more of a chance of surviving for the next round. Grillis is gone. I get a courage for doing that. What I could have done there, though, since we're all here, I could have got someone to help him to boost up to a 1d8, but I felt somewhat confident that I could kill someone in there anyway. If it was a Grillis left over, I wouldn't have been too worried. Okay. That is the end of the hero phase. Alrighty, we're up to the enemy phase now. So, enemy phase. Despair and Lord cycles happen first, then minions attack, minions then move, and then the ambushes go off. So, here I've got my board. In the Despair track, you go up 1 per character. I've got 3 characters, so 1, 2, 3. Nothing happens at the moment, but if it went all the way back down to 1, I add a Despair die here, so more chances of pairs occurring. I refresh the Courage pool, and if it goes up to 1, the Lord track goes up 1. If the Lord track goes all the way back to 1, after doing this, so it's like a minute and hour hand thing going on here. Nice little mini rondel. The Lord track goes back up to 1. The Lord would move. Bad things happen. It's not good. Gifts get refreshed. 4-cycle demon appears. Troopers can die if they're in the Lord Shadow, things like that. I'm sure we'll get to that stage very soon. But at the moment, we're safe for another round. Despair dice stays 4. Step is minions attack. Now, you could do any area at any time. I could choose this area first, but nothing's going to happen. Then I could choose this area, and it's just one poor old larvae facing off against our 3 guys. I think we can take this. We can take this. We look at this larvae and laugh in the face of death. Larva rolls a 1d6. And what happens here is I would roll the 1d6, and usually the captain gets to choose who it would hit if it's successful at hitting someone. Now, before I roll this die, I need to choose who it's going to hit. The weakness here on John Dark tells me that the lowest circle of minions in an area always targets John Dark when he is present. So I have no choice but to target John Dark, which I was going to do anyway because he has a toughness of 3. Even though he only has 4 health, I'm hoping there's half a chance of the larva missing, and I'm hoping that I don't get set on fire based on the Phlegathon Legion ability. It's a 2. We're good. Larvae swings, possibly misses, or John Dark just shrugs off because he's so buff and wise that he just knows it's no problem for him. And we survive it. Ambush survives it at the moment too. If I did get hit, I could choose one of these ambushes to be killed for it for me. I mean, the volunteers, that's kind of harsh, but you know, that's what comes with the job. Next step is the minions move. So these guys move to the start area. That's okay. If they exit the start area, that's when they start accumulating doom. So I better go back there and kill these guys. This guy moves up here, somehow escapes our mist as it gets through. Now, over here, just going to show you something over here. Over here, these invasion tokens will start moving down. So what I'm going to do, because what would happen is a new one would spawn where the Lord is. Lord's all over there. So I've got a few areas ahead of me. So this invasion token in area 2, it says in the corner of it, would come into my area and I'd spawn a new one at Lord area. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the smart thing and put an invasion token. This area 3, and hey, we've got dudes there, so they'll spawn straight away. 4 dice still, let's see what we get. Okay, pairs wise, I've got a Grillis, and 3rd does not match up with the 1st. So Grillis and a Larvae. Come back out. If at any time you can't spawn demons, say if we had plenty of demons coming out, which will happen eventually after a few turns. If you have too many demons to put out and you don't have enough, you gain 1 doom if you can't put out everything. Just the 1, even if it's like multiple things that you're missing. But if another invasion turn goes at the same time, then another doom would happen if you can't do that. Things like that. So that's not too bad. Now what would happen here is the very last step. So minions exit and move. None of them exited, but they moved. I spawn new invasion tokens. The ambush occurs. Now I've got 4 volunteers here. I can roll a d10. In fact, I can even use the lieutenant ability on Noemi because she's in that same area. Ambush in your area adds 1d6 to its total. So I'm going to do that right now. So 1d6 for that ability and 1d10. Oh, wrong one. 1d10 for the ambush that happens here. And hopefully we can get rid of both the Grillis and the larvae. Let's see what happens here. I think we succeeded. 4 and 3. That's enough, just. 4, we'll take out the Grillis. Gone. And if the ambush takes out minions, you get a courage into the courage pool instead on the despair board. So I'm going to do that in the background. And this 3 will take out the lava. And I now have 2 courage in the pool to spend for the next round. Anyway, guys, that's the end of turn 1. Start of turn 2 here. Looks like we need to probably move back home, recruit some troops. We've got to get rid of some of these guys here. I don't want to get too much doom accumulated too early in the game. We've got a couple of courage. Everyone's got 1 courage in their board, 2 courage in the pool. We're starting to build up a little bit of a roll on here. So, Soloists, join me next time as I take on turn 2 solo of Planet Apocalypse. And Soloists, always remember to crush your gaming thirst, play solo.